not worry, cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. Leading them out is the Austin, Texas native at quarterback. It's Baker Mayfield. Baker going to throw this right away. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. This defense for the Colts, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense and what we're seeing each and every week, that great creativity and usual productivity.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. Touchdown, Falcons. Bryan Edwards, 59 yards. And the Falcons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
The penalty is declined.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Colts at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to take care of business in front of the home crowd last week.
Yeah, it's always nice to get that opener at home, but now things get a little bit tougher. The good thing for them, though, is they take a little extra confidence with them when they head out on the road.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 14 carries, 72 yards.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
Getting a hand on that throw and breaking it free, Richie Grant. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. They get 9 yards there, and they get a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Running left, Taylor. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points. But then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
After run 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. And complete once again to Watson.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On second down, it's Taylor. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 34.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a draft route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds Watson complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Let's go now.
Here's Hines. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mayfield now from the 50. He'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Joe Williams. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on those plays.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now it's Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. He'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam! Puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the middle, here's Taylor. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This was a close game they needed. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Previous play is under review.
Well, the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Tyus Bowser blowing that play up. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st down, Mayfield. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. His defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He gets this one to Boyd. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield down. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Fitzpatrick, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Following a touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now a give to Taylor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown catch from Christian Watson. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as... The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 22, Mayfield. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Mayfield looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the handoff, running left, Singletary. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Touchdown, Falcons! Calvin Ridley from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it's Calvin Ridley who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So the Colts now down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When they're lined up in the 46 defense like that, running is just going to be a slog.
Especially if you're trying to run it in the middle of the defense. So what you're hoping, get a stalemate against the 3 across the front. And can you get some one-on-one blocks that you can win on the perimeter? To me, that's the best place to carry the football.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. So a win here for the Falcons, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their quarterback, CD.